Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the last chance to buy the Primaris Space Marines and the last chance to buy Nurgle Marines that are now over on the GW website. The image that you see in the background is taken right from the GW website. It's still there this morning. You have to go over to the US website. Most of this is sold out, so you know the American audience has jumped on it. It's still available in the UK if you actually just want to go and buy some of your things. I actually want to talk about the future now of Easy to Build, because I think once these go, we're going to see a brand new version of Easy to Build with some of the new models that GW should be releasing soon, or are already released with the Indominus box set. So let's jump in and let's get talking. So what we see now in the background, the Easy to Build that is disappearing is the Primaris Space Marine Intercessor. So this was a 3-man squad of guys. You can see them in the background. One had like an all-spec scanner, the bolt guns and stuff. I actually bought a couple of these. If you've bought the Conquest magazine, you should be familiar with the Easy to Build stuff, because that was all the stuff that was included in the Conquest series. It was mainly the Easy to Build stuff. Of course, you had like the Repulsor tank, which wasn't a part of it, everything, but you're probably familiar with it if you actually got the Conquest magazine. You had the Easy to Build Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought, which I thought was a fantastic kit, by the way, just because it was, I think it was like 3 or 4 bits, if I'm not mistaken. You didn't really have any different weapon options. You just had the Gatling cannon and you had the flamer, but it went together really easily, and that's what people liked about it. It was really easy to build, as it states, easy to build Redemptor Dreadnought, and you can just spray it all and just put it in your army within like a day. Where if you get like the normal Redemptor Dreadnought, it's probably going to take you just a day assembling it, because all the different bits and everything that goes along with it. The main function of the easy to build stuff is what it says in the name. It's easy to build, but when you buy like the proper kits, they are more expensive because you can do multiple poses, multiple weapon options. You can kit bash it a lot more. If you are a hobbyist and you know you're really good with your saw ripping it apart, you can kit bash these guys, but it does take a little bit more effort than it does when you just buy the kit as like the full separate kit. But again, it costs more off the GW website. And the next one is the Easy to Build Lord Thelfius and the Tainted Cohort. I never even touched these, so I'm sure some Nurgle people be like, oh yeah, these are really, really awesome. I'm not too sure. The Easy to Build Primaris Aggressors were my favorite Easy to Build kit. For those of you who've been following my last War Protocol stuff, I got a bunch of these and I just more or less just slung the arms off them, just put the bodies together, and that's how I built all my Celestial Lions and the Honor Guard and stuff like that. They were a fantastic. I love Gravis armor, and I think Gravis armor is so limited to just the bolters and flamers. I was like, no, screw this. I'm just going to put some Terminator arms on them and stuff like that. So that's what I did with mine. Terminator arms fit perfectly on Aggressor armor, and how cheap these chaps are, it works great. £20 just to basically throw the arms away. You can use the arms on something else if you want to. The bodies and everything like that, I always cut the hoods off because I wasn't a fan of like the kind of librarian look on these. And yeah, I just used them for my stuff. So it's kind of sad to see these go. £20 if you can, you know, if you still want it, go and get it now, because again, once it's gone, it's gone. The Easy to Build Deathguard Plague Marines, for you Deathguard people, again, I've never got into these. And the Reavers, I've actually got a couple of sprues of these actually still in my drawer. I've never even touched them because I'm not really a fan of the actual Reaver character in Warhammer 40,000. Now the main question is, what does this mean? Why are Primaris going on last chance to buy? Are the Primaris dying? Are they going the way of the first War Marine? No, they're not. It's basically just they've served their time. When 8th edition came out, of course, it was focused on Nurgle versus Space Marines. That's what the Dark Imperium set was. It was the whole lore around it. You know, Mortarion came, Gilliman came with his model. That was like the big launch of 8th edition. It was all about that, so they made these kits to bring people in, saying, well, if you do buy the Dark Imperium set and you do need some extra new models for it, then buy these. Look, they're easy to build, you can do this, you could do that, and, you know, people did that. I bought it. I added some of these to my armor, and that is basically, I think they've served their purpose now. With the launch of 9th edition, I think we're going to start seeing more easy to build kits. I think, of course, it's got to stay with the Space Marine stuff, but I think it's got to shift over now. The enemy, instead of being Nurgle, I think it's going to be Necron, since Necrons were the main focus of this box set launch with the Indominus, and of course the new starter sets, which we've yet to see price-wise yet. Hopefully that will be revealed this week sometime. I think that is going to transform into, you know, these new easy to build kits. So they're basically just getting rid of these kits to make room for the new easy to build kits, which are going to be coming in with this new launch of 9th edition. That is basically it. You know, I've seen people saying, well, what does it mean for Space Marines? You know, are Space Marines, they're not selling well or anything like that? No, I don't think it's anything like that at all. It's just out with the old, in with the new. that's all it is. So I don't think you should be concerned. I don't think like they're doing like what's been going on with Forge World, which is probably another video for another day, because they've been completely ripping their back catalogue out. There's been so many things just disappearing from them. I know there's been a lot of talk about that. What does it mean? I know the Facebook page changed recently to a more Horus Heresy themed. Again, I'm kind of putting that down to marketing with the new Horus Heresy book that should be coming out soon. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually making that back catalogue disappear for something to do with this new fantasy, well, I say new fantasy game, Warhammer, the Old World. Is that what it's called? I forgot what its bloody name is now. You know, so, because I know Forge World are going to be leading that, so maybe they're just clearing out the warehouse to make room for that, because I'm sure that's going to be one of the big sellers for them. I know I'm going to be getting into that massively, because I absolutely love the Old World when it comes to Warhammer Fantasy. Right, anyway, I'm just rambling now. Let's end this video here. Leave your thoughts, feedback, everything like that down below. Don't panic. Go and buy him if you need to buy him. I may buy another Primaris Aggressor Squad just because I think it's a great deal. Even the bloody Redemptor Dreadnought. Again, Redemptor Dreadnoughts are absolute stonks now in 9th edition. If you're not running Dreadnoughts in your army, what are you doing? You can move them and there's no penalties to shoot. Bring all the Dreadnoughts in your army, chaps. It is really, really good. Right, enough waffling for me. See you now. Have a great day. Leave your thoughts, feedback in the comment section down below. I'm having a nice little talk down there, as we always do. See you now, and bye-bye.